Oh, niliva kure ndinoda kuyambuka zvakaita Jona nokutenda. Oh, niliva kure nokutenda. Niliva kure mambo nokutenda. Yamure mambo nokutenda. Niliva kure ndinoda kuyambuka zvakaita Jona nokutenda. Zimbabwe yare matoda kuyambuka zvakaita Jona nokutenda. Nyika yare matoda kuyambuka zvakaita Jona nokutenda. Yamurei mambo, yamurei mambo. Niliva kure ndinoda kuyambuka zvakaita Jona nokutenda. Niliva kure niliva kure niliva kure.
Good morning, Zimbabwe. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live here on Change Radio Facebook. We are also live on Change Radio YouTube, and we are live on Mkoma Yudasa page. So please jump on there and let's talk about this important topic. Please share this video so that as many people as possible can hear what is going on in Zimbabwe. We always say Manyara Reiko, but today we are not saying Manyara Reiko because the youth have decided to speak. The youth have decided to rise up. So we are here as Zimbabweans in the diaspora, in solidarity with what is going on in Zimbabwe, in solidarity with the youth. The topic, comrade, shut down Zimbabwe. Valisa Zimbabwe. Varisa Zimbabwe. Please share this video so that we have more people and we can discuss more. To help me discuss this, I have my co-host, crime partner, Barbara. How are you? Please, Sangana in Evan.
Hi, Chief Partners in Crime. Thank you so much. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe. From wherever you are, yes, we are back like what Chief Soshe said. Today we've got a very hot topic. And I know, Chief, most people were waiting for this because they were asking, why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? Now the youth have spoken. The youths have spoken and we have to support them. Linjani Mtwakazi omuhle namhlanje sikhona lapha Badare na Chief Soshe ngiyathemba liyamangala ukuthi kanti kungani siyenze emini kangaka libalele. Yebo kule ndaba ezitshisayo phela kule ndaba ezitshisayo intsha abatsha sebethe sokwanele, enough is enough. Silapha sixoxisana nge-shut down Zimbabwe, valisa iZimbabwe, varisa Zimbabwe. Angayitovarwa Chief because Zimbabwe yacho anyway apasina chino. Thank you so much.
Varikuti ngaivarwe Zimbabwe maoko mudenga. Varikuti Zimbabwe ngaivarwe maoko mudenga. Chigunwe mudenga. Zvigunwe mudenga. Iminwe pezulu. Before we cross over to our guest here, let me go to the comment section. Comment section is very important. Please write down where you are. Write down also if you are in support of what is going on in Zimbabwe. And the Elastos, I am encouraging citizens to stay away from Zimbabwe. We don't want to lose one of our voter 2023. I totally agree with you, Elastos. This is the simplest way to protest. Staying at home. You don't have to do anything. All you do is just stay at home. Yes, we do not want to lose any one voter before 2023. As you know, every vote is important. So please, this is just a call for your friends, your relatives, and yourself to stay at home. But let's not talk much about that. Ande kuna Nangaruvanze, akatanga nenyaya yacho, vakatanga nenyaya yacho. These are the students. That's why Dr. Mkabu Gongomo said Zimbabwe will not die. The youth in it will save it. Surely they are up to save it right now. Ashley Funye, welcome to the program. Thank you so much. Please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners.
Thank you very much for hosting us. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Thank you, the world. It's a great moment. It's a historical moment. Young people are taking the space. Young people are reclaiming their voices to fight for the dignity of our people. So inviting everyone to come over and let's fight this fight. Let's defend our country. Let's defend our future. Thank you for hosting me.
Powerful, powerful. Indeed, our dignity has been stripped. We have been stripped of our dignity. Zimbabweans, you know what is going on, especially you who are in the diaspora. You know how people are being killed, murdered, even burnt to death. You are being stripped of your dignity if something like that is happening to you or your friend. And we live here as slaves. That's also people being stripped of their dignity. And in Zimbabwe, we now need to change the meaning of the word suffering, because it's the suffering that is going on in Zimbabwe. It has not been seen anywhere. We are now the poorest countries. That is what it means. It means the way we are suffering has not been seen anywhere. We are the most suffering human beings on earth in Zimbabwe. So Ashley is right. He's saying they are fighting for our dignity. Now, let's get right into it. Ashley, tell us about what is going on the 9th of May, and how did you guys come up with such a grand program?
Yes, thank you very much. I think for us, this was really, truly a clarion call. We tried by all means to engage even the duty bearers, to engage the responsible offices. So what has been happening in our tertiary institutions is that our education has been seriously deteriorating. I think if you look at the quality of education that is being produced in Zimbabwe, it's highly compromised. So as a students, we felt it's now time to really reclaim back. This is a restoring back, our dignity, restoring back even the education system. So we're saying no. So the government started to raise fees, abruptly and untimely. So if you are in the middle of a semester, the government will just raise fees, from 19,000 to around something like 50,000. So this was happening all over the country. It was sort of a pattern that was being followed. So you have MSU raising fees this week, use it following next week. NAST also the same. Polytechnics, teachers colleges, vocational training centers, all were doing the same. And students were supposed to be writing exams the following weeks, but the government chose to raise, fees during the course of the semester, which as students we felt it was very much unjust. And this was a call to every student in the country. But of course, the situation in our country really keeps on escalating. The failures that the government is portraying each day are escalating, affecting all the citizens of our country. And they are going deep down to the ordinary citizens. It's now beyond the student leader. It's now beyond students. It's now affecting each and every citizen. So for us, we have been calling for a shutdown for all tertiary institutions since April, because we set this date and say, no, we're going to mobilize. We have engaged, we have done everything that all processes that needs to be done in terms of forcing a dialogue, but the regime seems not to be interested in the voice of the people. So then this then inspired us to say, no, let's take action. This future is going to be saved by us. No one is going to liberate us other than ourselves. No one can tell our story more than ourselves. No one can offer solutions to our problems more than ourselves. So on that background, we then said, let's come together, the students of Zimbabwe, let's unite and make sure that we fight this fight. And I'm so happy that this has received overwhelming support from across the political divide. People are coming in. I tell you, it's massive. A lot of people are coming in, pledging their solidarity. And of course, the crisis in our country is very big and broad. We have the economic crisis, political crisis, social crisis. The social fabric in itself, in essence, is broken down. The society is divided, too much polarization. So there is an urgent need to actually reweave the social fabric. There is an urgent need to create solutions across different sectors. So now that as students were called for a campus shutdown, the citizens joined and called for a national shutdown. So who are we to turn that down? Who are we to turn the voices of the people down? We can't stand in the voice of the people. So we are there to enable it. We are there to make sure that we go together and fight for our country.
Wow, powerful. Barbara, and Operation Restore Dignity, Operation Restore Our Quality Education.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you know, this is so powerful, Chief, how our youth articulate the problems that Zimbabwe is facing. You know, like you said, Kuti Joshua Mukomo said, Kuti Zimbabwe will never die. The youth shall rescue it, and I'm so happy, and I'm in solidarity with my fellow students, and I'm also happy that the people, the general populace, they have also sent in their solidarity message, and this is gonna be a huge success, Chief. You know, the deterioration of our education system. I was reading. President Joe of PTUZ, he wrote a statement about the statistics of the O-level students from 2017 to date. You know, they keep on drop every year. They will be dropping, meaning to say we've got lesser and lesser children sitting for their O-levels or sitting for their A-levels. Even the university, I was also looking at this photo of the Harare Institute of Technology, where the exam room was virtually empty, Chief. I think there were about less than 20 students that were writing there, were sitting for their exams, which is very, very pathetic. And, you know, you will be very, very dull to not to support the cause of our children. Talk of the dignity, Chief. My heart bleeds for the women, the loss of dignity for women. You know, this regime does not even care about women. The regime is so heartless. The regime, you know, is an abuser of women. The regime, you know, is full of misogynists that hate women with passion. We saw how Mary suffered. We saw how the trio suffered. We saw a lot of women who were abused. Now is the women that are being harassed in those Zuko buses, Chief, whereby they are being subjected to overcrowded buses, especially if you are not lucky to get a seat and you become a standing passenger. Chief, you know, I saw a video where this woman was complaining to say they were in front of her was a man, at the back there was a man, and she felt abused sexually. You know, she could not even hide that. And this is the dignity that we are yearning for. Women are being treated as subjects. This government, you know, Chief, is a government that does not even care about women, and let alone does not even care about the education system, because their children, they go to private schools, they go to and learn outside the country. So it's only the people, the suffering masses, they are the only people that can liberate themselves. So this shutdown is very, very necessary. And maybe, Chief, if I can explain the meaning of shutdown, maybe some people do not even know how this critical it is, the impact it has in the economy. Let's say everyone stays at home and does not even go to work. What does it mean? No business for the transport, no business. No one will be buying bread. No one will be buying even the lunch. Even the employers, we work on hourly. Our salaries are pegged on an hourly rate, and if we are not there, then it means there is no production. So it's a big loss. It will be a loss to the economy, and until the ZANU PF realizes or recognizes or restores our dignity, this shall continue. And I would like to congratulate the Zinasu guys for spearheading this. This was long overdue, Chief.
Yes, long overdue. Let's go back to our guest here. We are not putting him on camera, folks, for obvious reasons. Shut down Varisa Zimbabwe. Varisa Zimbabwe. Those are Trukita Panova Change Radio. So please look at that image in the streets there. That's exactly what the students want you to do in Harare, in Mulawa, in Gweru. This is across the country. This is everywhere. This is not a shutdown for Harare only. It's a shutdown for every city, every growth point, everywhere in Zimbabwe. And we are doing it nice and peacefully. Stay at home. Actually, if you can walk us through here, what exactly is going on in the schools? How much fees are you being asked to pay? And are the high school students joining in? Because I understand from what we've been putting on the news on Change Radio, that teachers did not report to school because they are incapacitated. They couldn't afford bus fare to get to the schools, to their posts. And the students also did not go to school when schools opened a few days ago because their parents cannot afford to pay the fees. And we are also hearing that the situation is the same in our tertiary education system. Do you have the fees that you are saying they are unbearable? How much are they, and how much should they be?
Thank you very much. Yes, of course, the crisis is overboard. The crisis is cross-cutting sectors, particularly the education system. I'm sure you have noticed different solidarity acts that have been coming from teachers' unions. It's because the future is at stake. The present is holding the future in suffocation, and young people are suffocating in the current status quo. So what it means is, of course, young people, especially even from high schools, the pressure is everywhere. Teachers are saying we are not affording even to send our children to the same schools that we are teaching. So that's on its own is an indicator that the government has failed. They are failing to pay the civil servants decent salaries. That's why this whole issue is about the dignity of our people, the dignity of students, the dignity of all institutions. Look, we're speaking about the transport system, saying people are failing to even get to school, are failing. This is a public problem. You see, if you look at the monopoly of ZUPCO by, the monopoly of the transport system by the ZUPCO, it's an indication that, the government is nothing for the people. It's poorly planned, poorly implemented, and everything. It's just, building on how poor the government is performing. So for us, it's really important for us to say we really need to shut down this country, because the country is already shut down. So we're just enabling and putting forward our voice to say, let's shut it down and make sure that we build from scratch, build back better, build back together. That is the statement. That is what we are saying. But to go to the fees issue, the fees has been raised, without consultations. That's number one. Fees has been raised without proper channels being followed that, are responsible for the raising of fees. And number three is that fees has been raised, during the semester, where students have paid the initial amount, but they are forced to actually pay another amount during the course of the semester. So you look at Some were raised from from 19,000 to around 50,000. That's even double the price that was there. Some were raised from 13,000 to something like 68,000. So these are the figures that are being brought by the government. But the salary of a mere teacher, the salary of a mere civil servant does not equal those things. So these are our parents that we are speaking about, to say our parents are no longer managing or affording to send us to school. So this fight is a fight for us and also for our parents. That's why we're inviting everyone to come on board, because it's not about us, it's not about the students, it's about the whole country. The country is in shambles, the country is at its knees. So let's come back together and build it going forward. We need everyone on board. We need everyone to come and show solidarity, because this is a call that is affecting all citizens. The transport, the economy, the politics, everything is not healthy. Even the health system itself. Nurses, we have been speaking each day with the student nurses, and they're also feeling the same, sharing the same sentiments, that they are fed up. Even they are not even getting the proper equipment to help in their studies. So that on its own, it's a cross-cutting issue. The country is an autopilot. There is no leadership. The country is failing to rise because of lack of leadership. So the reason why we're shutting down is because we're claiming that there is no leadership, there is no dignity of our people. We need to restore all those things and make sure that our country is back on its knees, and make sure that the country starts to revive. The citizens must have a voice in matters that are affecting them. We are the ones who shape our own destiny, and we are calling to everyone to be part of this historical shaping of our destiny and restoring the dignity of mankind.
Wow. Zimbabwe is in autopilot. Please, if you are in agreement, Zimbabwe is indeed in autopilot. So says our students, Zinasu students. If you can just break it down, what you expect people to do on Monday. You know what happened in the last shutdown when Zinasu, when ZCTU, in conjunction, of course, with Zinasu and other, like-minded movements. There was chaos, there was noise, there was mayhem in the streets of Harare. What can you just explain now? Tell the people what you need them to do. You said it's a shutdown.
Yes, so basically, it's a request and a plea to the people of our country, our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, grandparents, everyone, to say, let's just stay at home. Let's take time and speak to our families, because these are families that have been broken down. These are families that go for days hungry. These are right now in Pindura. People were chucked out, were evicted from their homes, but the government did nothing. Students who are residing at Rainmine community were checked out from their homes, evicted, but the government has done nothing. So let's take some time. Let's build our families, because if we don't build our families, we can't build the country. So just stay at home, be with your family, be with your people, think about the way the country is supposed to go. Think about, envision the better Zimbabwe that you want as we fight, because this is a fight that we are calling people to stay at home. We are calling it to be very peaceful. We don't expect any kind of violence or any form of violence, but we expect people to remain calm, peaceful, and engage in dialogues within their families that bring in the best of everyone. Let's revive the energy. Let's have mental healing across families. Let's have the family bonding, so that we can come back together and fight this fight in a state where we are united as a country. So we're asking people to remain in their houses, stay away, just make sure that you are in your home, and you are just supporting the struggle with anything that you can, because this call is not to say people, we are not forcing people to act on violent terms. We're not forcing people to even go out, but we're just forcing you to play a small part, and this small part is just demanding you to stay at home. This is not a big request, it's just a small request to say, please just stay in your home and join this call of the people to say, let's stay at home and let's be part of this collective initiative of bringing this country into a total shutdown, and forcing the government to plead with the people, forcing the government to heed to the voices of our people from different sectors. even the community or the operators of transport, even the police themselves were saying, police, look, we are not earning what those people are earning. We are not getting the privilege that those people are getting. So what's stopping you from staying at home? What's stopping you from just being in your own house and make sure that we deliver a new Zimbabwe? Because this fight is to deliver a new narrative, a new discourse, and shape a new Zimbabwe that we want. So this is the beginning of a series of action. We declare that this is a season of action. So we're going to be taking a lot of actions, in particularly in reclaiming the dignity of our people and in restoring our country, because our people we have lost our country. We need it back, and we are going to be the ones who are going to run it. The citizens are at the center, and as Zimbabwe National Students Union, we believe that the citizens, the constitution, and the country, I'm sorry to say it's just the triple C, the citizens, the constitution, and the country come first in what we do. So we're going to prioritize the citizens. We're going to fight for our country. We're going to do it in a constitutional manner so that we reclaim the freedom of our people and the total liberation of our people. The soldiers, stay at home. All operators, stay at home. It's just a call that we are making to our people so that everyone just stays at home. No violence, no fights, just peaceful staying at home so that we reclaim our country. Thank you.
Powerful, powerful. Yes, the soldiers, the police, everyone is being urged to stay at home. Garamumpa. Barbara, isn't that powerful?
It is. It is indeed powerful, Chief. You know, it reminds me of the stairway that we did in 1998 when I was still at Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Unions, ZCTU, and when Morgan Changira and Gibson Swanda were still at the ZCTU. You know, it was a very, very powerful and effective stairway. Ndo pandakatanga kunzwa chirungu chekuti stay away. I didn't even know what was going on, because that's the time when I just started work in 1998. So ndakasvikirana nestay away kubasa. I was employed in July 1998, and the stay away was in September 1998, and I was still on probation, Chief. But tell you what, I joined the strike. So the ropa rechigandanga ranga ragara riri mumiru. So I stayed at home when I was on probation. And tell you what happened. My probation period was extended from 3 months to 6 months. Yeah. After that that stairway, and I felt good. It didn't even break me. Instead, you know, it made me stronger to say I've just participated in a national stairway that was very, very, very successful. We all know what happened in 1998, and we all know what then happened in 1999, the year that followed. So Musa Derera must stay away. Something big might even crop up after this stairway, because I know they are very, very effective. And like he's rightfully saying, Chief, to say people should stay away, not stay away from home. They should stay away from work, stay away from their businesses, stay away from wherever they go during the day. They should just sit in their homes, Chief. And this is the time that they must reflect on the economy. They must reflect on how their beloved country, Zimbabwe, has gone to the dogs. This is the time when they should ask each other, have you registered to vote? This is the time that they should encourage each other to vote for change, because this regime has proved to us that it has totally failed. This is a sign of failure Chief. You can't have every sector being destroyed. Schools are not functional, hospitals are not functional, companies are not functional, the informal sector is not functional. There's no electricity in Zimbabwe. There's no water. Boreholes are being dug in towns instead of improving our water system. We are actually deteriorating, Chief. We're going back to the Stone Age era. This is so pathetic, and people should rethink about this, what this means to them, what it means to their children, what it means to their grandchildren. And someone was saying, but if we are not careful, Chief, when we are old, our children, our grandchildren, they are going to urinate on our graves, because they will say we were useless during when we were supposed to liberate them. We were just seated and doing nothing. So this is the beginning of everything, and I think this is a good cause. It's not illegal. This is very legal and constitutional. The Constitution of Zimbabwe speaks to the freedom of expression, speaks to the freedom of demonstration and freedom to petition the government. So this is another form of a demonstration, Chief, a very, very peaceful way of showing the government that enough is enough. Thank you.
Yes, we call for peace. It's a peaceful stay away, peaceful action here. We do not want to see any violence. So we're urging the police, we're urging the army that may be listening right now, that this is a peaceful protest. Nobody will be in the streets. So there's no reason for them to, wake up tomorrow on Monday morning, cordoning the Harare streets, Bulawayo streets or Mutare streets. There's no reason for the police to even come out, because people will be at home. Last time we saw that the police and the army were the ones that were going into people's homes and beating them up and telling them to come out of their homes and go to work. Please do not be tempted by the police. Do not be tempted by the army, because that's what they always do. They want to find an excuse to cause mayhem. They want to find an excuse to kill, especially the some of the road soldiers that we have. But here our students are saying, even the army, even the police, stay at home. Right? As we round up, Ashley, please talk to the youth in Bulawayo, in Magbegwe, in Pumula, the youth in Sakuva, the youth in the dust streets of Highfield, in Warren Park. Talk to them right now. You are a youth yourself. Appeal to them so that this stay away becomes a success.
Thank you for this opportunity. Yes, the young people, it's our time. Young people, the message has always been clear. Young people are going to save this country. They are no liberators. Young people are the liberators of themselves. I'm happy to say, to totally agree with what my mother Barbara was saying, to say nothing is functional. The country is not functional. The jobs are not functional. And even the minds of those leading this country is not functional. So we have a total shutdown of this country that we are going to aid as young people. To say, young people, let's rise. Young people, let's rise to the occasion. Let the streets be empty, because we are the ones who are going to write down this history. We are the ones who are going to live this history. We are the ones who are going to pass on this history to the next generation. So this is a generational warfare where we are fighting to restore the dignity of the young people, the women, the children, and the dignity of the future, because the future is going to suffer if we don't defend it today. Plus, we have been calling this shutdown for almost a month. We have given the citizens enough time to prepare for this shutdown. I remember during COVID, the government, the regime would just wake up and say there's a lockdown tomorrow. But taking consideration that we are a people, we need to survive. We gave this call a month ago, so we have been making sure that there is consistent communication So to all young people, let's make sure take this time and this opportunity to show our power as young people. Our power, the people power is always more powerful than the people who are in power. I think that's the message. I think let's mobilize, let's recruit each other, tell a friend to tell a friend, spread the message, and make sure that everyone is involved. Make sure you're the shapers of your destiny. Make sure you take charge, you take responsibility of our fate. We have no jobs. We've even struggled to get electricity. Data is expensive. We are the most looked down upon people in this world. So let's make sure that we restore our dignity as young people and the future and secure the future of our children. The education system is deteriorating each day. The health system is deteriorating each day. Every system is dying down. So this is speaking to a bigger cause. This cause is a transformational agenda to transform our country. We know in 1980 there was a process to decolonize this country, which failed because we didn't manage to fully decolonize this country. But what we saw was a process of deracializing this country, where the white was replaced by the black. So we need to make sure that we are going back to the basics, decolonizing the system of governance, decolonizing the education sector, decolonizing everything that must be decolonized so that we have a clear, democratic, and a developmental state that is anchored on the fundamental pillars of social justice, where the young people are the change drivers, where the young people take charge. Look, in France, Macron, just 44 years, was elected second term to be president. Here in Zimbabwe, I don't want even to speak about the age. So young people, young people, let's come together. This is our time. This is our moment. Let's live the moment. Let's fight the moment for the future and the future generations. Thank you very much.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. This is good. Folks, you can hear from the organizers. Please tell someone about this stay away. Barbara, you can say your last words.
Yes, thank you so much, Chief Jose. My last words will be to say the shutdown by Zinaso is just a confirmation. It's like Zinaso wakutondokia. This Zimbabwe was shut down a long time ago. This is just a confirmation. They are just going to lock the door because it was left unlocked. So the shutdown is just came at the right time. It's time to close the door for forever, for good, because it's like I said, nothing is functional. So it's as good as the country was shut down a long time ago. Thank you so much, Chief, for having me. And I would just want to thank my son for coming here. And also I would like to urge all Zimbabweans to support this worthy cause. It's either you defy or you die. Thank you.
Yes, you just reminded me when you talked about support. I don't know if our young men here can give us anything, because I know the mobilization here is going to be mostly on social media and on the phones. Do you need any help with airtime? Do you have a number where people can get in touch with you, or we can set that up for tomorrow? Because we'll be here again talking about this topic tomorrow. Those who want to help, please. Let's be prepared to help in terms of airtime, so that messages can be sent everywhere to anywhere to anyone, so that the message can spread. Do you have any plans for that as Zinasu? Where people can donate something if they want to help?
Yes, so the number of the Secretary General has been circulating. I'm sure I will share with you, so that if there are any willing people to assist, if there are any people who are willing to assist in those regards, they can come through. But the main support that we want is for people to stay at home, is for people to spread the message. That's the main, because our fight is not necessarily the material fight. Our fight is a fight to make sure that we secure the future. So yes, people can come through, in different ways that they can. I will share with you the numbers of the Secretary General, but I'm sure they're already in circulation. So I will just, give them to you, so that if there are any viewers, listeners who would love to, assist the union in any form or kind, they can just reach out to our Secretary General, who's already open, with an open door policy, to make sure that, the citizens can have their voices heard and the message is spread across the entire country.
Yes, if you want to partner with the students, you want to do something for the students, you want to give them airtime so that the message can be spread wider and bigger, please get in touch. You can get in touch with me and I'll give you the numbers to send your help direct to Zimbabwe. But you, even if you are here, you have a role to play. Please call someone right now. Call someone right now in Zimbabwe and tell them that there is something huge, there's something big going on Monday. Stay at home. Shut down. Varisa Zimbabwe. Valisa Zimbabwe. That's the word. That's the catchword. Tell someone right now. Do not just listen to this video on your own, but spread the message. Tell your folks in Marondera, in Wedza, in Mutare, in Bulawayo, in Gweru, in Kariba. It's a total shutdown of the entire country, of the whole country. Nekuma growth point, Garai Mumba, Kwamboya Operation Regas, Eneskoya Operation Garamumba, and you also heard our student here saying Operation Restore Dignity, Operation Restore our education system. So that's where we are now. Operation Garamumba, Monday, shut down Zimbabwe, Valley Zimbabwe, Gai Varwe Zimbabwe Acho. Thank you so much, folks, for listening. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time. We'll be talking to President Peter Mutasa. We still call him President. To me, once a president, always a president. You'll be here also in solidarity with Zinasu, in solidarity with the students. And here in the diaspora, we are also saying, we are with you, our sons and daughters. Thank you so much for rising up. We'll meet again tomorrow. God bless you. God bless our students. God bless Zimbabwe.
Ikare mama boy.